Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Asobi Asobase Episode 4. This series is interesting to me. Um, as I've mentioned before, it does have some similarities in the way it's set up and everything as both Pop Team Epic and Nichijou, one of which I loved, Nichijou, one of my favorite anime, and one of which I actually did not like that much. I didn't hate Pop Team Epic, but I just really could not get into it. Um, but we did somehow get through the entire series still. Um, but yeah, so it kind of reminds me of those in terms of its just style and formatting. Having the different little shorts that don't fully connect, but also aren't fully separate from each other. Um, there's no really big ongoing story right now. There's a couple plot points that do carry over, but no big story per se. The plot points that carry over are stuff like them trying to get their club made official with the newly elected president of the student council. They're trying to just continue to run the club and make it bigger even, or maybe even get new members. I wonder if that'll ever happen. I mean, we got a faculty advisor now. We do have that with the cute teacher, so there is something there. We have some level of growth. Um, I don't see like us in these 12 episodes having like a full fourth member. I just don't see it happening. I think we'll maybe a couple other characters come in and join them from time to time. But yeah, I don't think we'll have a like full on fourth member. The humor in this series is definitely all over the place. It kind of goes into all kinds of different directions, from referential humor to visual gags, facial expressions, and absurdist comedy as well. It does so much with its characters and tries to really step things out of the box sometimes, which I can appreciate. Now, we still haven't gotten to the scene that made me want to check this series out, though. If you remember, there is one scene I have seen, one scene I have seen before, that is the reason I decided to put this on the list in the first place and check it out. Um, and I'm hoping that eventually comes, I mean, it has to eventually come up. I'm hoping it comes up soon because it's like I want to see that kind of more in context because again, I don't think I saw the entirety of that scene, just a clip of it. So I want to see it in context and stuff. Um, I'm excited to see more of this, though. I am definitely interested. But we'll see how it goes as we continue on. We are still only doing one episode at a time for now. Again, I've said it before, we might do 2 episodes some week or not. This week we're just not able to for sure. I had to record Kakegurui today as well, so definitely not able to get to it. But we will probably do that in the future at some point. Either way, for now, we have episode 4, and let's get this going. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts, and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. We are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So we have a new character introduced, Maida, who, he works for Hanako's family. Don't know the exact position he's in. I guess just a yard keeper, butler, or something. I don't know. Hanako's family is well off, so they can afford that kind of thing. But he's weird. Like, really fucking weird. He can shoot lasers out of his butt. Because aliens put a laser in his butt. I'm not joking. wish I was joking. I wish. Ah, like Nichijou. There were a couple scenes in Nichijou where where it showed the characters firing off lasers and shit. Um, like example when like dogs bite them and stuff, like they'll like scream out and lasers will shoot up into the sky and stuff. But that wasn't like actually happening. That was more of a symbol of their pain and stuff. In this guy just he has lasers that come out of his butt. And apparently he has a friend whose niece is into fantasy boys love novels and shit. And it's just like he seems way more into it than he. And here's the thing: if you're into that stuff, I'm not saying that's like I'm not trying to like say anything against that. If you're into boys love novels, that's awesome, cool. um, and if you're into just anything like that, and I mean, I mentioned nothing about the cross dressing when they're trying to like help Kasumi not be as scared around him. Um, there's nothing wrong with cross dressing either. I mean, drag queens are pretty awesome, so. But at the same time, it's just like this dude's just so weird. Just the way he's presented and shit. And there was this other new character introduced, this Lord of Pleasure Seeking, because of a miscommunication and shit, because I guess because of the closeness of the words and everything in Japanese. Um, the teacher was mentioning to her friends, her college friends, about the Pastimers Club. And of course, I guess the words for Pastimers and Pleasure Seekers are very close, so they got mistaken. This one of her friends is also a teacher who works in an all-girls school, and apparently one of the four lords of Pastimers is there. But in actuality, it's one of the four lords of Pleasure Seekers, and it's like it's this really weird ass looking girl who's known for sleeping with a shit ton of guys. And she's like got this massively caked on makeup and shit, and it's just like cringy as fuck. And it's like, and the entire time I'm looking at her, I'm like, is she in blackface? I can't tell if that's supposed to be blackface or not. And it's just, I don't know if that's just her skin color or if she's tanned, and the makeup she's wearing kind of has this like African tribal design to it, and it's like I'm not sure if I should find this offensive or not. I just don't know. And then there was the one where they're playing the hand game thing. Like I've seen that before in other anime and stuff, and it's just like, okay. What am I supposed to say about this show, about these episodes? And unlike Pop Team Epic, at least it's enjoyable, at least it's funny, but at the same time it's like what? It's still really I'm sorry, I'm just like really freaking just confused and weirded out, and everything right now. Like, it's... This was definitely the weirdest episode. This was definitely probably the weirdest episode. I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel about all of this. And on top of that, Kasumi is just scared of just guys in general? Like, what? I legitimately do not understand. How are you just scared of guys in general? Like, I can understand being scared of some guys and not trusting some guys and stuff and everything, but it's like, to be scared of guys just in general, it's just like, I don't understand. That makes no sense to me. Like there's a common thing in our world right now, and especially in America, about how guys are like pretty, in general, not all guys, but in general, like a lot of guys are pretty fucked up and very misogynistic and sexist and stuff, and just in a lot of ways horrible. And I can understand being untrustworthy, and I can understand being a little uncertain, and even a little concerned, but straight up afraid, like a phobia, like in the same way that I'm afraid of heights or bugs. What? And then it's apparently it's okay if it's 2D. I don't understand. I do not understand. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles,